Okay, can it hear what I'm saying? Looks like it can. So here we go, we're going to try the DJI camera with the DJI microphone. And see how it goes. Let's hope I don't get too much wind noise. Actually, if I get my jacket up a bit, it can be behind my jacket, and hopefully I'll get some footage. So we've got it facing me, make sure it's tight so it doesn't move. So this was my first attempt using the DJI microphone. Tried putting on my jacket, obviously you noticed my buff's no straight, so disappointing, easy enough to fix. There is a bit with wind noise later on. So just practicing stuff and seeing how it goes. Obviously open to constructive criticism, tips, hints. Felt like my riding's just like a beginner in some of this as well. Missed the safety check at a junction. Jeez. Never mind. Anyway, if you want to carry on watching, any constructive criticism is welcomed, and looking forward to reading in the comments what people have got to say. So here we are behind the traffic lights, concentrate what I'm doing and head off, and then get into the subject to this video for the day. And why did I opt for the Honda Rebel CMX 1100? Historically, I've had two bikes, wheelie cruisers. Started off with a Honda Shadow 125 before moving into the world of Harley. Started with a Sportster, moved on to Dyna Super Glide, which is a great bike, and then got one of the best bikes I'd ever had, which was the Softail Deluxe. Really liked that bike and thought, you know what, I quite fancy something else as you do when you walk in the showroom and see shiny bits. And I got the road pipe. Good changes were a bit smoother, so yeah, I tried that for a good while. And decided when I saw this other Softail Deluxe, exactly the same colour as the road pipe, with fishtails. Really regretted trading that in, although I did get a Bonneville after that, which, as much as it was a great bike, I didn't enjoy it as much. So it's a bit of a disappointment. Seems to be a lot of traffic up that way, so I've got to go that way. Yeah, might as well. Just hoping it's not a partner that's broken down there that's slowing the traffic up. Because she was having issues with her gearbox on morning, came up with a transmission fail, so we've got to try and get it home for the railway station, but hopefully that's sorted. So anyway, I was on with the Bonneville now. As much as it was a really nice bike, I never kept it. I was only doing about 400 miles a year, so it was hardly worth it for the value. So I moved on from that, and I went a few months without a bike, thinking I could just do without a bike altogether. I'm afraid it wasn't going to happen, because I stay in a street where it's next to the main road, where there's bikes going past all the time. So I endured the torture for a wee while and ended up getting a Honda VFR. I've always fancied one of the VFR 800s. Picked it up, enjoyed it as much as I could, but I just found it was far too fast for me, especially having spent a lot of time with cruisers. It was just too much a sporty bike for me, and I found myself in situations where I thought this isn't going to end well, or if it does end, it's definitely not going to be good. I'll either lose my license or my life. So I decided that had to go, and I'd been looking at the Rebel, and found it was exactly what I wanted. I tried the DCT actually on the test ride, and although it was great fun, I decided I would go for a manual. Although in between that, they made me a great offer on a Speedmaster. Now, everyone was going with that until I wasn't happy with something that the sales guy had said, so I decided to opt out of that. I kept my deposit, and I basically just gave up. I couldn't be bothered with the stress. So a few weeks later, I seen this bike on Auto Trader. I was searching for bikes, and I'd been looking at Triumphs and Ranges and it was quite good. But I saw this one, it was at a good price. It only ran 670 miles. I was running weekly. The previous owner had done quite a bit, so I didn't know how that was going to go. Why did I get the Rebel? I got the Rebel because it's much like the Harleys, it's quite low. You can actually get a bit better lean on it, which is really good. It's really easy to manoeuvre about there. This is only 207 kilos, where Harleys were 350 or something like that. So after being ill, as much as I wanted to get another Harley, I decided it's not the right thing. Let's go back to the Rebel. It's good fun. You've got to have that more reliability. Not that there's any issues with Harley. I've never had one issue with a Harley. Apart from breaking down at the right to the wall, right in front of the National Arboretum with the first Softail Deluxe. Turned out to be a little wiring harness underneath the dash. That was interesting. However, as embarrassing as that was, it didn't put me off having harness, that's for sure. They got me all over the place, and I met some amazing people in the way. So anyway, back to the Rebel. Really enjoy this bike. I've only had it for 3 weeks now. I'm just starting to get used to it, and just seeing how things go. Definitely recommend it as a bike. Well, it's a first bike, definitely. It's quite twitchy in the throttle, especially for revs. And I think over time I'll get a power commander or something similar fitted to smooth that out away from the stock. And see how that goes. gearbox and having a look at YouTube, you see various options that it could be. But one of these OBE2 things, so get that plugged in, see what it comes up with. It's somewhat simple, like a kitty plug, hopefully, and all good. If it turns into something inside the gearbox, it's maybe not such a cheap fix, and most likely this MT's due in a wee while, it might be more cost effective, because at 2005 it might just be more sensible just to get another car and stuff like that, and stuff like that, so it's a bad choice. Interesting to see how this video comes out, because I've tried this camera real life, sort of giving it a shot with the microphone and get into the laptop and see how things go. One thing I do prefer in the Harley actually is the indicators that self-cancel, and you've got one left and one right, so I think it's about 17 feet wide. Yes, there's loads of space here. Seems to be quite busy at this time. 4 o'clock. Some people leaving their work. Quite like that building. They want £5 a month, but they make an awesome gym. But it's just actually a bit too big. Buses come through that wee gap thing there. This is always a bad bit for traffic. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest. Got the full start right on this yet. Want someone to do some practice on them. in this is the different modes, the rain, the standard and the sport. But I will do it at some point. Right now just getting used to the bike and enjoying it.